Hello, welcome to Greenhouse again. Well, as you know, I like ferns. Ferns are amazingly beautiful. They're not only very old lineage of plants, they challenge lots of our concepts about plant structure. For example, this fern. This is a climbing fern, Lygodium. So Lygodiums start their life similarly to other ferns. They produce multiple, divided leaves. But then, at some point, probably this leaf will start to do it, each leaf will start to claim. So they claim up and up, like this one, up and up the other plant. And at the end of the leaf, they will frequently produce something different, structures with sporangia. So the total structure is actually the leaf. However, it behaves like a stem. So this is something in between, not a leaf and not a stem. Structure which you can, if you like, call stem leaf or leaf stem, or there is a term frond for these structures of ferns. So they do not have that division between leaves and stems like most of seed plants do. Another example of fern which might do the climbing is that famous finger ferns. So finger ferns are very widespread in tropics. They actually one of most remarkable plant. Like if you are on Hawaii, for example, or in any of Caribbean countries, and you drive with a car, on the roadside you will see plenty of these finger ferns. So why finger ferns? Each leaf will end with typically 2 fingers, young parts of leaf, and in the middle between 2 fingers the new structure will grow. Then in the middle of this new structures, next one will grow, then next one, then next one, then next one, and these finger ferns will cover like vast amounts of space. They will prevent people to walk along the road, so they're extremely messy, but they need water and they need sun. If they have both, they will be extremely aggressively branching. So the same interesting question is about these things. Are they leaves or stems? Again, they are both. Also, if you look here, that's one of the perfectly made fractal structures. Again, each leaf structure will divide, then in the middle new structure appear, it will divide again, then in the middle new structure appear. That we call plant fractal. So we can call these finger ferns fractal ferns. And well, the kind of jewel in the collection, the plant which is really hard to grow, so I put it in a corner when it's always dark and wet. This is a third group of ferns I like to show. So this they call a filmy fern. So filmy ferns are strangely enough relative to big tree ferns, but they have absolutely different ecological niche. They live in a very dark and wet places, for example, near waterfalls. And in these conditions, they try to catch the little light available, and they change morphology of leaves. So in all vascular plants, starting from a whisk ferns or club mosses, spike mosses, towards the flowering plants, leaves have multiple layers of cells. If we analyze this leaf, it typically has only one layer of cells. This is more similar to mosses than to actual vascular plants. And this one layer of cells, of course, is adaptation for living in a very shady and wet environment. So filmy ferns is really hard to cultivate when humidity is lower than like 70%. So, they're not thriving here in greenhouse, but at least I was able to cultivate few if you really keep them in a really shady and dark place. So there's another one which grows in greenhouse now for many years. So they doing some growth and form this one layer of cell thick leaves and continue to go. Thank you very much.